Paul Gill, thank you so much for joining us on SmallCapPower.
Thanks to be here.
So tell us about your new launch. Lomiko Metals has entered the cryptocurrency mining space. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, Lomiko Metals is in the graphite space right now. We trade under the symbol LMR on the TSX. So what we have been doing in the past 4 years is working on our technology side. So we have developed Lomiko Technologies, our 100% owned subsidiary, and that has launched several different new developments, such as Prometheus, as we mentioned before. So what we're doing with Prometheus is very, very interesting. Well, we're taking a look at the whole process of cryptocurrency mining and turning it on its head. A lot of people right now are buying huge facilities and consuming a lot of power and creating mining rigs that are in the thousands and stuff like that. Well, what we want to do is exact opposite. What we want to do is not buy rigs, we want to sell the rigs. We want to sell the rigs to the individual retail owners that would put them in their house. It would be a plug-and-play situation, and what we call that is the golden goose. So it would be plugged in, you would earn money passively as you're doing the rest of your job or whatever else you do. And it'd be a nice thing, like a nice little nest egg that it keeps on churning away, earning you money. And our specific design is around power and energy management, and that's where our specialty is. So that's basically what we're doing.
If you could go a little bit in detail in terms of your differentiating factors, what's your approach going to be as a cryptocurrency miner?
Yeah, what we're looking at is we're very interested in Ethereum, Dash, Ripple. Bitcoin is obviously, it takes a lot of energy to mine Bitcoin. So you want to look at some of the ones that are easier to mine, so that's the strategic advantage that we're looking at. Also, you also want to do something that has a real world economy to it. It's not completely fantasy, it's got something to do with transactions that will happen. So what we found is that in the IoT space, there's going to be security protocol checks, and that's where we've plugged in to that space where our devices from smart home will be installed, and then you would have to access them through a wireless key, when that provides a firewall of sorts. And that's where the blockchain also applies to the smart home group, so that you can do that with a decentralized method, a decentralized ledger system, rather than having a big server that stores everyone's data about their passwords or their personal information and stuff like that. So we think it's a very good real world application that's going to go forward, and the IoT space is exploding. There's more and more devices, there's more and more manufactured devices. So we're in both of those spaces, and those two companies have some synergy together, and it works really well.
How's the Canadian market looking in terms of blockchain innovation? Are there many other players who are engaging in these cutting-edge technologies?
Well, absolutely. There's certainly a lot of people talking about doing all these kinds of applications, and whether it's tracking devices or tracking cannabis or tracking some sort of packages and stuff like that. There's applications everywhere, but the key element to it is you're getting the blockchain applied to various different industries. People are trying them out, so it's an exciting time. I mean, we're really launching a new industry here when it comes to an opportunity for investors, and that's why Lomiko's involved. We want to expose this idea to our investors so that they see that what we're doing and can participate in it by either becoming an investor or buying the actual golden goose from Prometheus and putting it in their home and having a passive income. So I think it's a very, very powerful idea. Right now, we have a lot of problems when it comes to artificial intelligence taking away jobs and potentially annihilating industries. I mean, we need to get a way for us as individuals to be able to have a passive income. And this is one way we are very passionate about creating that for opportunity for people.
And lastly, what's going to drive growth for you at Prometheus and Lomiko?
Yeah, Lomiko is going to basically come out with a lot of materials on their side, which are news items. And then secondly, Prometheus will launch the Golden Goose and have it retail sales available for it. Then it will build its own facility with 32 mining rigs at the beginning, and then it'll expand to 1,000 or so. And so we'll have our own group. And so the best thing is to watch the growth cycle, watch for news, and we publish that all throughout the Lomiko network.
Wonderful. Paul Gill, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks very much.